Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Karthikeyan, sir.
Karthikeyan, I am online.
Yes, sir. Sir, once the participants are joining, sir, we can wait for another 5 minutes, sir, please.
Okay, 5 minutes. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Sign.
Very good morning to all. It's my pleasure to welcome you all in this alumni talk series, the topic of enrooting of budding engineers into success. First, I welcome our chairperson, Tirumadi K. Dhanalakshmi Ammal, and I welcome our pro-chairman, Rotarian R.S.K. Raghuram sir, and I welcome our beloved principal sir, Dr. D. Vasudevan sir, and I welcome our HOD CSE, Professor D. Shanti ma'am. Next, I would like to welcome our college alumni coordinator, Professor Dr. Kannan sir, head of the Department Mechanical Engineering. Next, I would like to welcome Department CSE Department Alumni cum Placement Coordinator, Professor R. Karthikeyan sir. I welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome today's speaker, Ms. Manisha Chaurashia, 2015 batch alumni, Software Development Engineer at Amazon Web Services, Seattle, Washington, United States. I warm welcome Manisha Chaurashia. Next, I welcome all the participants, internal and external participants, to make this session in more interactive and useful of this session. Next, I call our HOD CSE to give words regarding this talk series.
Hello, good morning to all. Manisha, hi Manisha, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How things are going in your side?
Yeah, things are going good.
Good.
Some
Okay.
projects deadlines are coming up, so it's hectic, but it's good.
Okay, very happy to receive you for this meet. And during this COVID-19, we are undergoing lot of issues, and most of these is interesting issue. On top of that, you came forward to give a talk with our students. We are very proud and happy, and it should continue. This series should continue. We had came during this COVID period only. So this is a time to interact with you guys, with all of your seniors as well as your classmates. We are very happy. Now, actually, for this topic, what we were expecting for students to get lot of informations or lot of expertise from you, so that it should help them to mold further, because this is a very panic time for our students. Most of the students, they feel what will happen, especially final year students, what will happen their future. And for half of them, 90% is even though placed, but they are very panic. So to avoid this, to get rid of all these psychological problems, we thought, why can't we interact with our your with your you guys, with their seniors, so that they, instead of we are telling all, instead of we tell all this information, say not to worry, but if you interact with them, that will help them to move further. That's why I'm very happy, Manisha, to come forward to motivate our students. We would like to have you in physical presence also, but this time we had the same year we had planned this summer we would have got one alumni, complete alumni meet with your batch, but unfortunately due to this COVID we couldn't meet. But anyway, students, you make this opportunity, whatever she's one of the good best student. She has done lot of activities, not only academic. She has participated on all the co-curricular activities also. You can, this could not be simplex mode of communication, it should be interactive. So I would like all the students, either from second year to final year, interact with her to extract more, whatever doubts you have, whatever about your future, you can discuss with her, so that you can prepare yourself. That's why the title we have designed, Enrouting Budding Engineers into Success. So whether success or failure comes, we have to recover from the failures. At the same time, we have to sustain the success. This is what our objective. I hope this session will be very useful, and thank you, Manisha, and take care. We'll see after the end of the session. We'll again meet. Okay, thank
Sure,
you
ma'am.
very much.
Thanks for
Thank
the
you.
opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Kannan sir, for the opportunities given. Dr. Kannan and Dr. Karthikeyan, I would like to thank. Without their motivation or their support, we cannot arrange such a program. and especially alumni coordinator of our PSNA college is very supportive to us. And by all means, I would like to thank him. Special thanks to Dr. Kannan sir and Karthien. We have to continue this series throughout or in future. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your speech. Next, I would like to call Professor Dr. K. Kannan or Kannan sir to share few words. Sir, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Very good morning to one and all present here. On behalf of our Alumni Association, I welcome all the people who are online and also Manisha, who accepted our invitation for giving this talk on enrouting of budding engineers into success. Wonderful topic chosen by her. Really, when we guide people, if the guidance is given by our sisters and brothers, then it will be very acceptable and very accommodative. So in that way, just Manisha is 2015 passed out, just 3, 4, 5 years elder than the people who are here. So that will be a good guidance to them. I appreciate the efforts taken by the organizers for this. Yesterday we had Suprabha of 2015 batch, building a resilient career. It was also a very nice topic. And tomorrow we have Shristi. It is beyond ambition, from passion to innovation. Wonderful topics chosen by the team. I really appreciate the efforts taken by the organizing team and our alumni. You can extend our fullest cooperation in future also. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to call our event coordinator, Professor Dr. R. Karthikeyan, sir, alumni cum placement coordinator, to give brief intro about our today's speaker.
Very good morning. I welcome our head of the department, Dr. D. Shanti ma'am. I welcome our college alumni coordinator, Dr. R. Kannan, professor and HOD, Mechanical Engineering Department. I am very happy to welcome our 2015 batch alumni, Manisha Saurashya, Software Development Engineer, Amazon Web Services, Washington. It's an immense pleasure to introduce about the today's speaker, Manisha Saurashya, Software Development Engineer, Amazon Web Services, Washington. She has completed Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science with a CGPA of 8.85 in the year 2015 in our PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, Dindigul. She has been awarded 23rd rank among 19,841 candidates in Computer Science and Engineering, Anna University. After her undergraduate, she has completed a Master of Science in Biotechnology Innovation and Computation with a CGPA of 3.88 in Carnegie Mellon University, School of Computer Science, Pittsburgh. Her professional experience after her undergraduation, she got selected in 2 companies in our college. One is Inotics Technologies, a BNI Mellon company, and another one is Wipro Technologies. She has chosen Inotics Technology as a fresher after her completion of graduation. She worked as an application developer from July 2015 to June 2017. After her 2 years experience in Inotics, she moved to University of Carnegie Mellon for her MS. After her MS, he started her career in US in Barclays Investment Bank, New York, as a technology summer analyst from June 2018 to August 2018. Afterwards, she joined with Amazon Web Services, DynamoDB Seattle, USA. Now, she is currently working as a software development engineer in Amazon Web Services. She has done so many projects. I have seen her resume. Out of that very good resume, I have listed out some of the projects she has completed during her MS. A generation of rhyming poem from prose, motor safety in Los Angeles metro area, identifying Twitter troll accounts using machine learning, some question answering system, speech plus plus. So mainly she is focusing on biological computation as well as machine learning during her Master of Science. Then I am very proud to say some honors and awards she has received. First prize in hackathon for the project identifying Twitter troll accounts using machine learning in Art and Lab, Carnegie Mellon University in the year 2018. Then in the year 2013, she got 8th rank among 2000 participants in a technical quiz competition conducted by Unique Technologies India. When she joined Bachelor of Engineering in PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, Anna University, she got 100% merit scholarship from Nepal. I wish to convey the participants of today's alumni talk. Manisha, she is from Nepal. She got 100% merit scholarship from their country. This is the brief intro. In addition to that, I wish to say some of the PSNA memories Manisha has involved. She has actively involved the competition Indo-US Robo League in the year 2014. Around 4 teams, Manisha, Sristi, and then one more, two more people from Mechanical Engineering Department. In the year 2014 itself, they have done a robotics project in association with it's an interdisciplinary project. Mechanical engineering student and computer science student, they have joined, they have developed a robot. They have presented the robot in the competition held at IIT Bombay. The competition is Indo-US Robo League in the year 2015. I think Manisha has developed 2 prototyping. One is the line follower, and another one is the maybe axle robotics, I think. So this is the active involvement from the Manisha and their team in this Indo-US Robo League. And this is the picture taken during that IIT Bombay visit. The nearby Manisha, her close friend Sristi Gaire. Tomorrow she is going to address our PSNA as well as the external participants. These are some of the memories, Manisha, you have taken during that IIT Bombay IURL 2014. This is just recollecting your memories of PSNA. So this is only for you as well as for the participants. Maybe they can know like how the people are getting involving in various competitions in the national wide.
This
Yes,
is embarrassing, so.
yes.
Oh.
So with that brief intro about Manisha, now I am welcoming our 2015 alumni, Manisha, to start the session. Before that, if you want to share anything, you can share. Otherwise, you can directly start your session. The participants are waiting, Manisha.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks for the wonderful introduction. Even I wouldn't have thought of all these words and all these achievements and the memorable pictures that we had during our IIT Bombay trip. It was good. I'm really feeling nostalgic right now. But yeah, PSNA was a good memory, I would say. So yeah, with this, I think I'd like to start my presentation. Let me share my screen. Can you see my title page of the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sure. So yeah, after such a wonderful introduction about myself, I don't think I need to share any formal details about me. But I would love to share my journey about how I chose to pursue computer science engineering and how I moved forward one step at a time. So I still remember when I was in my high school, I was thinking computers are like computers are good. I can do a lot of things with computers. Why not join this field? I didn't have, to be really honest, I didn't have a lot of technical knowledge at that period of time. And I feel that's okay. You can learn when you join the field, right? You don't have to like be a pro and then join in a field. So I started my journey in PSNA, and I still remember my first day at PSNA. I was feeling so clearly uncomfortable, seeing a different environment, so many new faces, new food, new culture. But I was really amazed by the fact that people during my PSNA journey were so wonderful. They helped me a lot with each small and big matters. My professors, especially, were very cooperating. They were guiding, and in the same time, they were strict when it came or when it required for them to be strict, but they were also lenient when I wanted to do something extra out of my academic portion and wanted to go present papers or do a project that required me collaborating with some other department students and not being able to like attend some of the classes. So I really thank all of the professors and my friends over there for this part. Um, and when I see this picture, I feel like this picture best describes my PSNA days, where I had so many like friends over there. Though our languages didn't match properly, but they were like the best persons to hang out with. They gave me the good feel of what I should be expecting in Dindigul and what kind of culture or what kind of festivals they used to celebrate and everything. So yeah, I really miss all my friends, and I wish we had some kind of get together at some point of time. I would love to be there and meet all of our professors as well as friends. And yeah, talking about my learnings, I've like jotted down several points, but I have in my mind associated a story with each of the points and why I think these are my major learnings. So starting with the first one, change may be intimidating, but big dreams don't always come easy. It's true, right? When I joined PSNA, it was a big change for me. I was not comfortable with so many things, but I didn't back out. So at the same time, right now, if you're seeing that the world is facing so many big changes, but it's not the time just to give up, right? So you have to uh, like go with the change, move with the flow, try to accommodate certain things, try to change some of the new things. I mean, try to change some of your old things and adopt many new things. So that's how a world moves, and that's how I think everyone should like live their life, because you can't always expect things to be the same way. So at the how I want to like associate this point with the computer science skill is that um, when we move to a different semester, we have so many new subjects. We obviously are not very familiar with many of the concepts being taught, but you can't just like be afraid thinking that you'll fail or you won't be able to succeed. You have to accept it and you have to move forward. And at the same time, you should not be afraid of dreaming big. It doesn't cost you anything, right? You should always have a big dream and have the motivation to fulfill at least some of it, or yeah, in the best possible world, all of it. Why not? So yeah, coming, sorry, let's just put my phone on silent mode, sorry about that. Learn and be curious. There's so many things in this world to learn, right? No one in this world can say that they know everything. Even the CEO of Amazon or Google or any big people in the world, they have a lot to learn and they never stop to be curious. That's how you move forward. That's how you like achieve more. So just try to be curious all the time. When you see something new, just try to find out, oh, okay, let me Google this. Let me see what I'm lacking or what I don't know about it, and add to your stack of knowledges. That's what I do every day. Whenever I find anything that I think I don't know, I just Google it out or ask my friends who might be knowing about it and get to know about it. So it's very important. And it's also one of the leadership principle of Amazon, which I strongly believe in. And the third point, when you are in doubt, just ask. I know, even I was in, at a certain point of time, I was very hesitated to ask any of my doubts to any of the teachers who are teaching. I would just be thinking in the back of my mind that maybe I'll note this point down and go back home and learn it on my own. but that doesn't always help, right? Sometimes you just miss on points. Sometimes they just pile up and the list becomes so big that you feel lazy to go back and complete all of the checklist that you have listed down. So when you're in doubt, just ask your professor, ask your friends, or whoever you think might be the relevant person. Just go and seek their help. It doesn't hurt to like ask people. I'm sure if you ask anyone, they won't be angry at you saying that why are you asking. So and one more advantage is that they might get the understanding that you are actually listening to them. So that will build the kind of good interaction between the speaker and the listener. So yeah, feel free to ask questions. That's really important wherever you go. And yeah, learn to communicate your thoughts in clear words. Sometimes what happens is, even I can give an instance of one of my interviews. I was given a problem. I knew what the solution was, but because I was not able to interact with the people or not able to like put right words for that problem statement, um, the interviewer was not fully convinced with what I was saying, and I got a rejection. So after that, what I learned was that although I knew the problem solve solution, I wasn't able to like communicate it. I wasn't able to like put in clearer words, which the other person might like be able to pick it up. So yeah, practice that a lot. And one way to practice that is talk to yourself. Like whenever you think about anything or whenever you see some challenging problem, um, think out loud when you're alone. I'm sure people won't think that you're mad. It's just okay to like let people think what they think, but talk out loud, think out loud. And sometimes with your close friends or with your teacher who you are comfortable with, go and communicate them, seek their help or get their feedback about how you are doing well in these things. That really helps, feedbacks are really important. So do that, I would say. And some more learnings are start early, but don't just start immediately. And by this, what I mean is when you're given a problem statement, you just don't want to like jump into the implementation part immediately, right? You want to do some background research, you want to understand what the problem is, do some critical thinking on your part, prepare the planning, and then jump into the design and implementation part. But you have to start early. You have to start all the processes that I have just told you early. Like start your research early. Don't just wait. Given that you have 1 week of time for a given assignment, you like most of the people have this tendency, even I had, that okay, this is just the start of the week, why not take 1 or 2 days off and then start it on the third day. But what happens is, and I'm speaking with my experience, what happens is as the time passes by, you try to loosen your constraints. You feel like, okay, what if I don't do this part and just complete all the major checklist and remove some of the additional things that would really help build your project or any other assignments. So what if you like, okay, let's just do the major part. As the time passes by, you try to like shorten or narrow down all the things that you could possibly do, and that hampers your project or your assignment, right? So start early. Do all the things that you have in your mind for the project and give your 100% to, at least try to give your 100% to all the assignments or projects that you're doing. Don't just do it for the sake of like completing it or finishing it off. Yeah. So the next point, learn to dream big. It doesn't cost us anything. I think I've like spoken somewhat about it in my previous slide. It doesn't hurt anything. I used to dream about coming to CMU, CMU being one of the like top colleges for computer science. I used to think, one day if I could be in CMU, who knows, I was gonna end up in CMU. But if I hadn't dreamt about that thing, I would never have applied to CMU, right? So if you want to be an actor, or if you want to be an entrepreneur, dream about it. Dream how you want it to be, in the back of your head, and that's how you tend to like actually bring that into practical life. So try to dream big, and that's how you get more motivated inside. And try to gather positive things from your experience, either good or bad. And why I think this is important is because life is not always about good things, right? You obviously have to face some setbacks in your life to achieve some milestones. Sometimes you feel like some of the paths are not for you, so you don't necessarily have to like go to that path. Try to deviate yourself and find something that might be a good replacement for what you earlier thought was good. So even if you face a setback, uh, given an example of how I got so many rejections in many of my interviews during my master's degree, though I felt disappointed, I didn't let that thing go deep into my head, and I didn't let that um, like disappoint me to the core, saying that I'm not capable of doing it. Because yeah, if you don't know the taste of failure, you won't like enjoy the taste of success, right? So it's good to have failures and learn from them the positive things to move forward in your life. And develop listening power. This is rare, I would say. Even right now, I'm sure there are like some of the people who might be listening to me, but not like listening all the things that I am saying carefully. And it requires a lot to listen. Even I have faced, like during many of the lectures, I try so hard to concentrate on things, and then I lose it. I lose it in the middle. And like there's so many thoughts going on in our mind, we tend to not listen properly. And that's why I say that listening is very tough these days and rare these days. So if you can try to develop listening power, it will be great, because it's going to help you a lot to understand what's going on around you. And also in terms of all the courses that you're taking, if you listen to your professors, definitely you won't have to like go back to your place and repeat that again. Or you might want to repeat that again, but you won't have to like start it all over again, thinking that, oh, what might have my professor taught me, let me go back and read it. So try to develop listening power, and it's like one of the best impressive skill you can have right now, I would say. So yeah, and define your end goal. If you have something like, I wanted to be something or a successful professional in computer science engineering field. That's why I chose computer science. That's why my passion lied in learning programming languages, computer science core concepts, and I took all the steps that I wanted to be a successful professional, like going to inotics, doing my internship, my job, and then planning to move forward with my master's degree, and finally ending up in Amazon. So if you don't have a end goal, you won't know, right, what your next step should look like. Sometimes it's good to go with the flow, but most of the times it's good to have some knowledge about what you want to be in future. If you want to be a manager, like develop your management skills, develop your communication skills. If you want to be a hardcore coder, like focus on your critical thinking skill, your coding skill, your algorithm solving skill. That's how you should be, right? That's why you need to have at least one end goal, that you might think that after 10 years I want to be this person. And trust me, if you have such kind of thinking in your mind, that's really going to help you a lot to design what your steps are going to be in those intermediate periods. Yeah, enough of my learnings. I guess I hope whatever I said was a bit helpful for you. And let's jump on to the skills required to become a successful computer science engineer. Like, computer science is such a wide concept, right? There are so many things. There's software, there's network, there's information systems, there's data, there's security. What do you want to become? Like, if you want to become a software engineer, focus on your algorithm skills, on your your critical thinking skills, your programming skills, your design and algorithm skills. But if you want to become a network engineer, focus on the network concepts of the computer science part. Like, try to understand how the networks are being built. And forgive me for not being able to describe networks concept more, because I don't think I'm good at that part of computer science. And as Karthikeyan sir was saying, I focused my master's degree mostly on machine learning and data science. I took courses like how we can apply machine learning on various kinds of data, like on biological data, on transport data, on the commercial data, or on the Twitter data. Like, how can you turn the raw data that are like, there are gazillions of raw data around, and if you know how to like use those data into a proper form, then there are a lot of things that you can do with those. So yeah, machine learning is a hot topic these days. And though it's not a very new concept, but people are trying to believe more and achieve more with machine learning in the recent few periods. And apart from that, as I was talking about data, there's data analysis and data visualization. Obviously, to get some meaningful knowledge about what the data represents, you need to analyze it, and you need to have the skills and capability to be able to analyze those. And at the same time, visualization is important because like, if you want to share something or communicate something about the data, you want people to or you want to visualize the data so that other people would understand or would try to know what the trend of this data looks like, or what kind of like information we can gather from this. There are several things that you can do with data visualization, and these are doing wonders in the computer science world right now, trust me. um, and I might have left many important like fields in computer science domain. Pardon me for that, but I'd love to like pass on some resources or some online resources which might be important to you. If you guys are like important in certain um, different field, let me know. I'll try my best to find out the appropriate resources, or try to connect you with people who I think might be useful for you if you want to know more about it. So I guess Suprabha yesterday covered a very good list of skills that we need to have for our resume, to be like to excel in your interviews and to land a very good job. But yeah, I just want to give some short details about those skills again. So first one being programming. Well, programming is a basic need when you come to computer science department. You need to know or be the master in one programming language at least. And if you know one programming language, then the rest of them will just follow. It's just about some syntax, right? If you know how to like solve an algorithmic problem and think about it, then I don't think it's very tough to learn a new programming language. Because even in my day-to-day job at Amazon, though I was very comfortable with Python after my master's degree, I had to like code in Ruby at times, so self-scripting with Java and many other languages. And I couldn't say no, because that's my job and that I had to do. No one gave me some extra time saying that, okay, you spend some 2 to 3 days learning the language and do the task. They only told me this is the task and you have to do it. And since we have been developing in a different language, maybe you need to develop it in the same language for us to follow with all your codes. So yeah, I couldn't say no, right? I had to do it. And that's it, programming. I mean, if you're good in one language, I guess that's good enough. Rest of all will just be like, you'll learn it in no time. I don't think that's a big deal. And about the computer science core concepts, that's really important. um, like, until you build your basics, you can't move to advanced level, right? So there are like various concepts that you need to like get your understanding better with. Some of them being data structures, computer networks, and design and algorithms, um, artificial intelligence, most importantly, and many others. Maybe I'm forgetting few, but you should be clear with your computer science core concepts very well. And maths, it plays really important role in the computer field background, and especially if you want to uh, like do something in data science or machine learning field. Mathematics is really important. I remember how I used to like do probability sets and various other maths concepts I had to do all over again, just to use them in my coding for the machine learning based assignments and projects. And as I was saying in my previous slide, data analysis and visualization, as well as artificial and machine learning, are really hot topics these days. As we are gathering more and more data, we need more and more people to like work with those. So these are not going to be old, at least for the next few years for sure. So if you want to build your career in these fields, then I'd say go for it. It's really high demanding in all of the big companies as well as many other startups. And talking about some soft skills, as I was saying, critical thinking is very important. When you're given a problem, there are various ways to solve a problem. It's not always that you have to go this way, right? So think about it. Think about the problem. Think about your approaches or several approaches that you have and how efficient they are, and what kind of resources they'll save when you go this way versus this way. So that's about it. Like you have to think about how well the performance is going to be, uh, what the time it's going to take, or the resources it's going to take, and how easily or how like complex the problem. Uh, I mean, not the problem, but your solution is. So sometimes in the companies, what I have seen is maybe you have some like really complex way of solving some problems, but they won't encourage you to do that, because your code is going to be maintained forever in the company, right? And if you happen to leave the company, someone else will come and will have to work on top of your code, and that becomes a problem for the another person, because it might take them a lot of time to comprehend what you have already written. So sometimes it's like suggested, sometimes it's suggested to go with an easier way, rather than a very complex way. And yeah, coming to the next point, listening and attention to detail. It works everywhere, even in the college days. If you like are a good listener and you do attend to the detail, then it helps a lot to do your projects assignments. And also in the companies, when a manager or whenever your senior is communicating something to you, and if you like follow the details about it and ask questions about it, then obviously it's going to help you only to finish up the task earlier and leave the good impression on the other people, right? Communication, it helps everywhere. Like you need to communicate well with your friends, you need to communicate well with your teachers, with your parents, and with your colleagues in the companies. It's like what you have in your mind, you have to let them know, because though sometimes we might think that the person standing next to us might have some idea about what we are thinking, but we are never sure, right? We can never be sure, saying that okay, if I have something in my mind, the other person should also have the same thing in that I have in my mind. And for that you have to communicate to people to be on the same page. um, and that helps when you are like collaborating with people. And trust me, collaboration is a must in the companies. Though sometimes you feel like, or we have that impression saying that computer science individuals like tend to work alone, code like whole night, or finish the project on their own. But that's not the case. You have to like team up with people around you, and you have to be able to collaborate as well as work in the team environment. That helps build a healthy relationship with all the teammates that you have. And also at the same time, your manager will be really impressed seeing that how you can like not you're not only able to complete your task, but also able to delegate tasks to other people and then combine them all together. That's what is collaboration, right? So you should be open to collaborating when it comes to collaborating. And there's some misconception about collaboration sometimes, I would say. Like when we are doing our assignments in our college days, we tend to collaborate, but that's not exactly collaboration. Like we share, it's all about ideas. You can share ideas or talk about ideas, but when it comes to implementing it, you should be implementing your part, at least your part alone. You shouldn't be like so our college, I mean our university, Carnegie Mellon University, had a very strict rule of academic integrity. Like if any single line of code between two persons are seen to be similar, or at least matching or at least similar, then they used to be called by the head, and they were given like warnings about it, and they were highly discouraged to do that. So yeah, you can collaborate on ideas when it's about the assignments, but you shouldn't be like coding it all together or sharing your code. Sometimes what we like tend to do is, okay, can you share this part of code of yours? Maybe I can share mine, and then we'll finish our assignments quickly. But that's not a healthy thing to do. I would say try to do it yourself. That way you'll learn more. And problem solving. So even in the interviews, we are given a problem statement at the spot, and we are like expected to solve it. So unless you build the habit of solving problems, I don't think you'll be like able to just come up with something really new on the spot unless you have that habit of solving problems. So for that, as Suprava was suggesting yesterday, practice a lot of problems on lead code. There are various coding challenges as well that you can like take on. Complete the coding challenges. Practice at least like 5 questions on lead code or any other coding platforms that you find useful, and make that as a habit. So what I used to do during my interview days was, since we had like a very hectic schedule, we had assignments, classes, and projects, and on top of that we had to like search for jobs as well. We used to like I had like two more friends who used to sit together, and we used to choose 5 problems from lead code, and we used to solve it. Like everyone would do it individually, and at the end they would like we all would like talk to each other about our approaches. That way, not only I was able to solve my own problem, but I also knew where I could have gone better if some of my peers have done really well with that. So I made that as a habit. If there were some problems that I was not able to solve, I would come back after like 2 to 3 days and revise those set of problems, so that the next time I see that problem, at least I have a clear understanding about how to solve it. And that really helped me to land a job at Amazon, because though the problem statements were not like exactly the same, but the inside concepts were very similar, and I'd gain the confidence saying that given any problem, I think I'll be able to solve it. So yeah, try to create a habit of problem solving, and it's going to help you very much with your interviews. um, I guess there were some questions. Yeah, maybe I can take a pause and look at the questions right now, and I'll continue after that. Um, Sorry, I don't know Tamil, so I don't think I can talk in Tamil. And if there are some of the words that you feel are not understandable, feel free to like post those on the chat section, and I'll try my best to clear those. And how to how many times you applied for an interview in Amazon? How to get an internship online? Whether they're okay. For this question, Amazon, I think I applied once during my internship period and once during my full time. But I had applied to like many other companies. Sorry, let me just go back to where I was. Okay. Yeah. So during my interview days, I remember I joined CMU in August, and we had a career fair in August end. So we were like highly encouraged to start applying right away. And I knew I was not like mentally prepared because I didn't do much of like programming questions solving to be able to like go and interview with the companies. But it was always encouraged to like start early whatever you want to do, like whether be it internship or be it job. So we attend the career fair, we like talk to many of the companies representatives that were present in the fair. And apart from that, I remember I applied to like 100 to 150 companies outside of that, and that was through LinkedIn, through online application directly via the company's career website, and also like through other platforms like Indeed, if I remember it correctly. So yeah, I'd say try to apply to as many companies as possible, because though you'll get like 120 rejections out of 150, maybe you'll get at least four to, and maybe some companies will never reply to you. Maybe at least you'll get 4 to 5 interviews, and that's not bad, right? You want to get at least some interviews. So try to apply to as many companies as possible. You'll get experience about where you were going wrong, whether it's your communication skills, or whether it's your coding skills, or whether some system design questions. And that's how you learn. Like after each of the interviews that I used to attend, and if it didn't go well, I used to note down, okay, this was the question that I was asked, and I should practice it, or I should at least try to find out what the solution for that problem statement is, and be prepared for the next time. Although there's like only 1% of chance that you might get asked the same question again, it doesn't hurt to know the solution to it, right? That's how you build your problem solving skills. And sorry, I got carried away with what I was saying. And what was the next question? Let me see. Um, and to get an internship is the same process as your full time. And to do that, like if you have some connections to some of the companies, don't hesitate to ask for the referrals. Reach out to your seniors, or reach out to your any distant relatives who are working, and ask them to refer you. Apart from that, if the companies are visiting in the college, try to be proactive about that, and start preparing for it beforehand, so that when the companies comes to the campus, you are like well prepared for those. And apart from that, apply online, though there are like very minimum chances of getting interviews, but you never know. I got my job by applying online to Amazon. So yeah, you might as well get some really good companies. Apply online and make sure you are preparing side by side while you are applying. And websites of internships, I guess there are, but to be honest, since it's been a long time I have seen any websites for internships, I can't recall those. But LinkedIn is a really good place to find various jobs, I would say. And I can search online and try to like post some of the resources or some of the websites that can be like specially designed for internships. But I don't think I know about any of those right now. And how to become a hardware engineer? That's a really good question. And I don't think I'm the right person to answer that because I'm from a like hardcore software engineering background. But to become a hardware engineer, maybe I can connect you with some people that I know who are in hardware engineering, and they'll be the right person to answer that. Yeah, it's definitely possible to do internships during our college days. Even I did my internship during my final year at PSNA and also during my first year at CMU. You get some, like when you go and talk about it to the HOD ma'am, I'm sure she'll definitely encourage you to do that. So talk to the department professors and ma'am and try to get to know more about it. And yeah, it's possible to do internships during our college days, I would say. And apply in Amazon. You can apply through LinkedIn, or you can go through the career jobs website of Amazon. There are like thousands of jobs available or open for various different fields. So you can apply directly through Amazon, I would say, and that's kind of recommended. And sometimes if you see there are some postings and you want me to refer you to those jobs, then I'm happy to do that. You can send me your resume and the job ID that you want to do, you want to apply for, I can refer you. And what are the coding languages we use in Amazon? I mean, it will be easier to speak about what coding languages we don't use rather than what we actually use. We use Java, Python, Ruby. Um, what are the other languages? Shell scripting, definitely. C, C++. So I guess it depends on the team that you're working on and also the kind of projects that you're working on. So don't be like afraid to adapt to a new coding language. If you're good in one language, it will be definitely easier to pick up the new one. Um, does competitive programming skills will help us after we are placed in a, yeah, it definitely does. Like whenever you get to a new project or new task to a certain project, if you have like good programming skills, you definitely know better ways of solving it and quicker ways of solving it, right? So that will help you save time as well as your efforts, and that really helps anywhere. um, so let's take the last question before I move on to my next slide. If I'm working in a company as a software engineer, then some period of time I want to work as an ML engineer in another company. Is it possible? If not, what are the requirements to join as ML engineer or data scientist? Um, yeah, it's definitely possible to make a transition from software engineering to machine learning engineer, but it's sometimes when you do the transition, there are like a lot of questions. Given that you don't have like proper background in machine learning, if you have done some projects or courses, then that is going to really help you to do the transition. But uh, according to my personal experience, it sometimes also requires like what you do in the company. So yeah, if you want to do machine learning, try to like make the quick transition to that field rather than spending a lot of time as software engineer and then moving to machine learning engineer. Or you can also come up with some ideas about how to apply machine learning in your current field, um, or in your current team and the project. That will be the best way to do, right? You won't even have to change your team and you're getting to do what you want to do. So yes, it's good that way. And requirements to join as an ML engineer, it's develop the skill sets required, and that being courses like understanding the machine learning concepts. There are some pretty good online courses, one being the Andrew NG Machine Learning, Intro to Machine Learning. And that's like one of the most famous courses for any of the beginners in this field. You can take that course. And also, if you want to, like, I can point out to various courses on Coursera, as Suprabha was saying yesterday, where you can actually learn about machine learning, data scientist, and there are some like project platforms, or it's like competition platforms called Kaggle, where you can like, there are several projects given there, and you choose one and you do it and submit as a competition. If you get the best result, obviously you'll be the winner. So I'd highly encourage you to like explore such competition platforms and try to build on or try to do some project on what you have learned in machine learning through online courses. And also you can pursue your master's degree in machine learning field if you are there. So yeah, like these are some really good ways to build your skills or career in machine learning and data scientist. AWS certifications. There are like a lot of AWS services. Even I can't name all of them. And it's good to have the certifications like DynamoDB being one of them, SageMaker for machine learning platform, and like getting to know about how to use EC2 instances, AWS S3. Maybe many of the things right now might not make a lot of sense, but yeah, as you move forward or as you require something in your project, you can definitely go and check out the AWS services and see if you can use those, and that will really help. So, which course is best? I can't really say which is good or which is bad. Like all the languages have their own, flavors, their good side, their bad side. So it's good to learn. Like nowadays, most of the companies highly use Java and Python. If you can learn those, then I think it will be beneficial for you to land a job. Santosh, sorry, but can I answer your question after I go through my slides? Sorry about that, but yeah, I'll definitely get back to you. Okay, and I guess I have talked about most of these points while I was answering the questions, but I'll definitely go over these points again. Build your presentation skills. Like whenever you are given a question or whenever you are asked any technical challenge or any simple questions, given your like behavioral skills, then you should be able to present it well so that the person sitting next to you understands what you're trying to say. And like sometimes what happens is, even if you don't know the question very well, or even if you're not able to like solve it very well, the way you present things impresses people. So try to build on that, and learn a lot on how, I mean, there are various online platforms as well to improve your presentation skills. And there are some courses which I don't think will be useful unless you want to do your masters abroad, called TOEFL and GRE. But it doesn't harm to like learn some of the new English words every day and try to use it in your daily life. That's what I do even till date. Whenever I find some foreign word, I take a note of it, and I find the meaning of it. And next time when I'm actually talking about it, I try to use that word on purpose so that I don't forget it. So yeah, try to build your communication skills and your presentation skills. and build your resume. Join platforms like LinkedIn. Keep your profile updated. LinkedIn is a really good platform to find a job these days. And I mean, there are several recruiters who have also joined LinkedIn, and they are looking for the candidates online. Several times I got approached by many of the recruiters online through LinkedIn email or LinkedIn chat. So try to keep your LinkedIn profile updated. And there's an option of like uploading your resume over there. Also do that if possible. I mean, you never know, you might get a call from a very good company in LinkedIn. So yeah, try to do that. Networking with people. Whenever you meet some new people, try to network with them. Try to add them on LinkedIn, so that next time when you have any questions which you might think that person will be the appropriate one to answer, try to reach out to them. And also, whenever any alumni or whenever any company people comes to visit the campus, like try to go and talk to them, and like try to ask questions which might help you during the interview days and also during your job days. Networking helps everywhere. Sometimes what happens is, I can give you an example. What happens is, suppose two-person have the same kinds of skills, same courses or similar courses they have done, similar kind of projects that they have built. But sometimes if a person has a network and ask that person to refer him or her, then it's easier to get an interview rather than applying online just on your own. So try to build your network, make it big. And whenever you see a person uh, who might help you with certain job, then feel free to reach out to them saying that, hey, I saw a job uh, on this company which you're working for, and can you please refer me for that job? Here is my resume, please take it. So that's a good way of asking people. I used to do that too. And though not everyone will reply to your mail or your chats, but there are like certain possibility that some person actually might want to help you out. So yeah, try to network with people as much as possible. Create or get involved in the professionally dedicated group or community of engineers. And with that, by that, what I mean is, when you have like a group of people or the community of people who share the similar thoughts, then you learn new things every day. Maybe some person might tell you about some new technology that they have found, and that might help you sometime during your future project, right? So try to build such community or be a part of such community, either through online platform or also via like meeting people. And I feel like LinkedIn had some option of like asking for a mentor. So if you have a mentor and who is ready to like give you some or help you out with some of your interviewing skills or anything, then yeah, why not pursue it? Go for it, I would say. And yeah, too much about just job, landing a job or good company. If you want to become an entrepreneur, learn to sell your ideas. Like obviously you have an idea, that's why you want to become an entrepreneur. Like try to present yourself in such a way that the person you're presenting to get convinced that your idea is worth like implementing. So try to build that skill of selling your ideas. And it's like you should know that whatever you want to do, you should be able to like convince other people that this is right. And that's how many big people have become so successful that they are right now. And before doing that, do proper market research and risk assessment, because right now things are advancing so much that any idea that you might think might already be present in some part of the world or many. So try to see what the current market looks like and how your current idea will be different from what is already existing, right? So yeah, you should do the market research and risk assessment before jumping into any further steps. Find your customers and sponsors. For any idea that you want to sell, you should know who your customers are going to be, like how your idea is going to be used by them, and what the volume of customers are going to be. So if you think something about like health related app or any softwares in the health domain, then you might want to know like how many patients of certain or such sort I think might want to use my softwares, or how many doctors or health professionals might want to use the app that I'm building, and try to like gain some knowledge with that, saying that okay, if these many people are going to use, then if I have some rough estimation, then maybe I'll make this much amount of income or money. And yeah, finding a sponsor is equally important, right? Because not everyone has the like amount of money or amount of resource that you want to dedicate to your idea. So you have to go sell your ideas to the potential sponsors and try to convince them and find them. And the last point that I think might be useful is do a proper study on resources required. Like as I was saying, it's not just about the money, but it's also about you need some space to do this, or you need certain professionals, maybe certain data scientists, certain software engineers, certain hardware engineers, certain managers to do this. So you have to like do a proper study on what all sort of resources you might want to like consider for your idea to implement it in the future. And after that, I'm sure there are like a whole lot of steps left, but these are like some ground things that you should be able to like complete before moving on to the next one. And I guess this is the end of my presentation. I just want to like end it with one quote said by Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. What's dangerous is not to evolve. If you want to like stay the same forever, that's definitely not good. And you won't be able to cope up with the changes of your surrounding or your environment around you. So you should definitely be coming forward towards the change, and not be afraid of what might or come out of your comfortable zone. So yeah, try to do that. It's really important. You have to keep on evolving. That's how the human race came, right? So why not evolve? And now coming back to the questions. So
Manisha,
currently I'm doing, yes sir.
Manisha, Santosh Sudan, one of the participants are available now.
Mhm.
He is from Velamal College of Engineering and Technology, Madurai. Okay, he is
Oh nice.
actively involved in this alumni talk series. You can encourage him to interact with you. All
Sure,
the
sure.
other participants, if you're having any queries, you can interact.
Yeah,
Santosh,
definitely.
Santosh.
Yeah, Santosh, you had a question? You can ask me directly here.
Yeah, ma'am. Currently, I'm in first year, and
Mm-hmm.
how should we like get skills in this college days to become a better outcome?
Yeah. So talking with my experience, how I started was like I was like very interested in learning programming, and that's what I did for most of my second year, and also learn various computer science concepts. Since you're only in your first year, I don't think it's like high time for you to start doing some really good projects, but at least if you can use whatever you have learned, or whatever little programming or computer science based concepts that you have learned, and apply it into any project that you think might be interesting for you. You can do that. And also try to build habit of like presenting papers or reading a lot. Read about what is the current status quo in various fields, or um, what concept you think you are like mostly interested in, so that you can build a path to that kind of career, right? And apart from that, yeah, there are some online courses for the beginners level. If you get some time out of your current curriculum or academic projects and assignments, you can do that as well. But for the second year, at least, I don't think you have to like take a lot of worries or tension. You can focus mostly on your courses and assignments and the programming part. And also, if I remember correctly, data structures and algorithms is being taught in second year, and that's a really good like computer science concept to learn, without which it's very hard to survive. So yeah, focus more on those subjects, I would say.
Okay. Any other external participants? If you're having any questions, you can ask her, Manisha. Manisha, there is one question. Just a minute. Just say about electrical and triple E department students searching job in IT companies. Electrical department students, what is the opportunities in IT companies? They're asking.
Yeah, so I would say that um, it's definitely like normal to make a transition from electrical department to computer science, and I have seen a lot of my friends doing that. And if you want to do that, or you're sure that you want to take a job in computer science field in future, then I would say start like taking some of the courses from computer science department. And if you're not able to do that in college, then try to learn it on your own, like try to do lead code problem solving, or learn data structures and algorithms on your own, and then you're good to go. You can join a job, and you can also like do a master's in computer science degree, saying that you already have the basic knowledge is required and you want to build on top of it, and that will definitely clear your path to move to a software engineering department.
Okay, participants, if you're having any questions, it's a good opportunity to interact with our alumni. You just interact with her. Manisha is available with you, so you can utilize the opportunity and interact with her. She is having a lot of contents with her. So definitely she will help you, she will guide you. Any other questions, participants?
Or any of the part that you think I was like moving forward too quickly, or you couldn't understand, you can ask me to repeat that. I'll be happy to do that as well.
So Manisha, do you have any questions in your chat window?
Yeah, so there's one question from Asraf saying that, is front-end development in demand? Yes, it is definitely in demand, and it's never going to be out of demand for a very long time, because as we build many softwares or many backend services, they always require some interactive front end to be their interface, right? So and front end world is also evolving very fast, given that what we were using few years ago, from HTML to Angular JS to various other new technologies that are coming up, I guess it's always going to be in demand. And it's a very creative field, I would like to say. It's like how you want people or your clients to see what you have built in the backend. So if you're interested in that, go for it, I would say. And there's another question saying that, do AWS appoint bachelor degrees student, yeah, they definitely do. There are various jobs that doesn't require master's degree. If you have bachelor's degree and certain projects, I don't know if they actually particularly refer to any projects, but bachelor's degree is definitely good enough to apply for several jobs in Amazon and AWS. Um, how's your path from a PSNA student to AWS Washington? It was very interesting. I mean, I never thought that I would do my master's in a university like CMU at the first place. And when I came to CMU, I mean, let's start with PSNA. When I came to PSNA, the first thing was like, will I be able to do it? Did I choose the right path? So several ups and downs movements were there, but I never let myself down, thinking that this is just one phase of life. If you can, if you are brave enough or if you are dedicated enough, then you'll definitely be able to do it. And when I first got the job from Inotics, I was like on the top of the world, thinking that I'm in Google right now. So yeah, try to make your small happiness big, keep yourself motivated. Don't just count your drawbacks or what you're lacking, but also try to focus on what you already have and what you're really good at, and try to sell that. When it comes to talking to other person, try to impress them with what you already have. Even I have like many things which in the back of my mind I think like I should improve, but I don't let that out in the public, so that people think that okay, she is confident enough to talk about her good things and like hide her, like not exactly hide, but handle her bad part. So that's how you should be. And when I joined CMU, there were like so many brilliant minds around. They're like people from all over the world who are coming either from IITs, NITs, or some best colleges in China, in US, and several countries. Obviously, I feel that I was like in the low part of the world there, but I never let that feeling get out a lot, like loud in the public. And I did my best. I did. Maybe some other person might have done just like dedicated 2 hours to do a certain assignment. I used to give my 6 hours at times and then complete that project. And I used to feel that as my achievement. So yeah, not everyone has the right mind. I mean, not saying the right mind, but it's like not everyone has got the right amount of or equal knowledge or skills. You can always develop on top of that and build on top of that, and keep yourself motivated. And who knows, you'll join Google next day, or maybe Amazon, or any other big dream companies that you are dreaming of. um, what kind of
Manisha,
quality? Yes, sir.
Manisha, any other questions are coming?
Yeah, there are two more questions, or actually
Okay,
one more.
okay,
What
okay.
kind of qualities does Amazon look for in its employees? um One main thing that I would say is Amazon wants the kind of people who really like to work, or who really want to showcase their talent, and who just don't do the job just for the sake of doing, right? Like sometimes we think like, okay, 9 to 5, I have to do the job and then go back to like home and not think about it. I've seen people who really want to like contribute to the projects, and who really want to learn and grow themselves. So Amazon really respects such people. And it's like as long as you think big, or you're learning and always curious, and you take the ownership of what you want to do, um, they really welcome you for that. And these are some of the good qualities which I don't think just Amazon, but any good companies would want to have in their employees. um More towards Google than Amazon. You're like, you want to go to Google, or how's Google good than Amazon? No, I'm not saying that. I'm very happy with where I am. I like got a very good team. They're supportive. Um, I was just trying to list some of the top companies that I felt like many people have have those on their list. And to be really honest, LinkedIn is my dream company. So I'll sell LinkedIn more than Google any day. Yeah. I think those are all the questions. So
Okay, Manisha. So if there are no more questions, really we'd like to convey our thanks to our one of our best student, Manisha, 2015 batch. It's a really wonderful presentation and content delivery, Manisha. Thank you very much for your time.
thank you, sir. I hope it was useful for all of the
Okay.
students.
Okay, okay. It's a great pleasure for me to convey our sincere thanks to our chairperson, Tirumadi K. Dhanalakshmi Ammal, Pro-Chairman, Rotarian RSK Raghuram Sir, for their continuous support towards organizing and connecting our alumni with our department as well as PSNA College of Engineering and Technology. I convey my sincere thanks to our management. I wish to say my sincere thanks to our respected principal, Dr. D. Vasudevan sir, for his continuous guidance and support towards organizing these kinds of alumni events. I convey my sincere thanks to our respected head of the department, Dr. D. Shanti ma'am. Whenever I am asking her to organize an event in association with alumni, she never said no. Always she is encouraging us to organize these kinds of events because these kinds of alumni events are motivating our present students to motivate themselves to enrich the career after their graduation. As I have already told initially, Manisha in the year 2014, she has developed a robotic prototype in collaboration with mechanical engineering students. Like that, I want the present students also to do various projects is an interdisciplinary manner, like CSE with ECE or computer science with mechanical. So like that, you can do some interdisciplinary project which will enhance your knowledge, which will definitely helpful for you to get settled in a tech giant like LinkedIn or Google or Amazon. Okay, so this is my sincere advice. The present students, you can do a lot of projects as per the guidelines given by Manisha. Then I have to thank my department colleagues for their continuous support in organizing this event. Especially my sincere thanks to the event moderator, Mr. Shello Kumar, for organizing this event. And finally, I have to convey my thanks to both external and internal participants. Even though this alumni, the first series, alumni talk series, is going on continuously 3 days, but they are extending the support by attending this alumni talk series. I convey my thanks to both the internal participants as well as external participants. Finally, I convey my sincere thanks to one and all for this alumni talk series to be a more grand success. So definitely this alumni talk series is continued. As our head of the department said, we are talking with more alumni. Definitely we'll be having the more alumni talk in this period, especially in this lockdown period, because if the alumni is coming and interacting with you, definitely you will get a lot of inputs from them. And Manisha, one more request, when you are coming to India or when you are coming to Nepal, if any opportunities will come, you visit our campus as well as visit the department. We are eagerly waiting to see all our alumni. Okay. So,
Definitely, sir.
so thank you, Manisha. Thank you for your great support. So once again, thank you one and all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you.